Pastor Luke, speaking the truth of the word and reaching the youth, saving souls of the old, doing God's work with more to do. And he turning up every weekend, get lit in. Nigga in church on Sunday, you can tune in and get your fix. Turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up.
Because this is still the year of open doors. There's still some blessings that I believe God has for you that you've not received yet. Say this with me. So this is still my year of open doors. I want you to really get that in your spirit and don't lose that, because there are some doors that are going to open for you automatically when you get close enough. There are some doors, I need you to hear me, there are some doors that God has already strategically set people up to open those doors for you. But there are some doors that you're going to have to open manually by yourself. That's why you need to have access to these pillars of blessing that God has for your life. Many of us, family, we don't receive the blessings that God has for us, not because they don't belong to us, but oftentimes we don't receive the blessing that God has for us because we have a low tolerance with waiting. Oftentimes we don't receive the blessing that God has for us because we have a low tolerance for pain. We have a low tolerance for problems. Oftentimes we don't receive the blessing on the back end that God has for us is because we have a low tolerance for people. And sometimes the blessing that God wants to get to you, he wants to get it to you through people. And listen, I have taught you this before. I've taught you this before, that the enemy, hear me, cannot stop God from blessing you. I told you this at the onset of this series, that there is no devil in hell, no enemy, no hater, nobody that's jealous of you. Nobody can stop you from receiving the blessing that God has for you. The only person that can stop you is you. He can't stop you from receiving it. So what he does is he uses pain, problems, and people to frustrate you, to walk away from the blessing that God has for you. I don't know who I'm talking to. He knows he can't stop you from walking in it. So he'll get you so frustrated that you will say, I'm tired of this, I'm done, I'm out of here. And before you know it, you've walked away from your blessing. Or he wants you to become so impatient because we want it right now. Don't get so impatient that you want it. I don't want to wait. I want it right now. I got a question for you. Do you want it right or do you want it right now? I've shared this with you before. It bears repeating because it's therapeutic for me to repeat it. So here it is. So in 2020, when the pandemic hit, I got some insider information. I told y'all about this. I got some insider information. Say, listen, we know who's getting ready to do the vaccine. Who's getting the vaccine? Insider information. Nobody know about this. So look, you may want to go ahead and get this stock. Get this stock right now. Get this stock because it's on the low. But it ain't gonna be on the low long. So I said, show you right. So my wife and I, we went and got this stock, Moderna stock. We got it in stock. We got it at $19. And so I spent all the money I could to get all the stock I could. And it started going up from 19 to 25, 25 to 35, 35 to 45. I said, look at God. But then it started going down. 45, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 35, 35, 30. Wait a minute. So I told my wife, listen, I'm going to sell it. She said, no, baby, don't sell it. No, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell all of it. I sold all of it. She said, well, at least keep some of it. I said, no, I'm going to sell all of it. I sold all of it, Irby, at $30. 2 weeks later, the stock went up to $419 a share. Come here. $419 a share. And I got rid of all of mine. Come here, because the devil didn't make me do it. The enemy didn't come into my house and force me to do it. I'm talking to somebody right here. It was not the devil that made me walk away from it. I became impatient. I could not wait on the blessing to come, so I jumped out of the boat. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but I need you to stay right there where you are. Don't you give up on God, because he won't give up on you. There is a blessing with your name on it, but you got to be patient to receive it.